Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special show because the world fell apart. Of pure chaos and madness. So we start off with the one predetermined match on the card. And our champion is starting in the pods. This is the Who's His match.
Indeed, first of all, Happy New Year here from CCW, and indeed Tyler Bate, the winner of last time's Who's Here match. Sorry, I'm one of those days.
Yes, we are back from having to repair our universe. But Tyler Bate is still here, and Tyler Bate is still your Who's Here champion.
And a lot of hope that Tyler will be the first defending champion. So far this season, no one has retained their title.
And almost everyone has gone out first when they're the champion.
Yes, it still seems to be a curse.
So hopefully Tyler Bate,
the $1 million curse,
able to break that curse, be our first retainee.
That would be very good to see the youngest champion that we have currently be the first retainer. But he does have to go through 5 other men.
He is lucky to start in a pod, though.
And it looks like we have the first returning competitor in these Who's Here matches.
Yes, by some miracle, it isn't Titus O'Neil, it's Freddy Krueger making his return.
Yep, Freddy Krueger competed in the match where Scorpion won, if I recall correctly.
I think he has been in another one, an actually televised one, because the one Scorpion won was the...
oh yes, that is true. He was in the Corp Dust one.
Yes, he was in one of the Corp Dust ones.
There we go. I keep remembering the one from the Void. But indeed, he is a three-tag competitor, technically.
Yes, if we include the one that didn't make it to air.
So, the veteran of the match.
The most seasoned this season.
And, I mean, seasoned, yes. I'd also say char-grilled, but one step at a time. Could it actually be that we have taken Chris Jericho?
We have a form of Chris Jericho, that's for certain.
We have by far his most, I'm going to say, brashest transformation into Suit Jericho.
Almost surprised we didn't have the flashy jacket.
He didn't have it back in 2010 from my logic. I believe he developed it in... Hang on, he stopped using it prior to 2010 and then he started reusing it 2012? Could be wrong on that.
I don't know. My time starting watching is like 2013. So
yeah, this notably would be the exact attire he wore during NXT during his original run, when he was tutoring one of the rookies. I can never remember which. What? Either way, Chris, also an expert in the field, former Elimination Chamber competitor, should be good here.
And our last pod person, making the crowd wait for it.
It looks like we have a celebrity in the house.
Yes, Sylvester Stallone making his CCW debut.
I mean, what a way to make it! Your first night on the job, and it's for a title.
Well, that is the nature of this match. This match is going to the back, yelling, "Hey, who wants a title shot?" and seeing who answers quickest.
To be fair, that is the case for every single champion so far. They've put it in their debut, so to speak. Scorpion won it in his first match. Tyler won his in his first as well. Corp Dust in his second. Now Brian in his first. So there is a good track record to suggest Nolan could do well. And of course, that will fill the last of the pods, meaning the last two competitors will start us off.
Oh wow, they actually have him rapping in the entrance. They normally mess that up.
Yeah, I don't know why they decided to change it, but it's Mr. 24/7 himself.
Yes, since our universe doesn't have a 24/7 7-Eleven European whatever the else is, because I swear he makes that up as he goes.
Insert more words here.
not 9/11 championship, which is something Charlie Caruso said on Raw Talk.
That someone's probably made that championship, and apparently he just dropped the mic.
Yep.
Okay, truth. You just want to stop mid sentence? You know, stop like. Because I can do that too.
No, he still has the mic.
He's just not rhyming.
Guess no one expected them to have R-Truth in this match.
Wow. We now know what happens when R-Truth is in a Hell in a Cell.
Do we?
Oh no. Apparently so. R-Truth staring at Stallone.
Does R-Truth have beef with Stallone? Did Stallone go to the 24/7 championship at the moment?
I know, when it comes to dream opponents, I don't think either way around this would be the matchup for Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero.
I mean, there is some matchups in this I'd like to see.
Oh, that's true, but who said R-Truth and Eddie Guerrero?
Yeah, but at the same time, can you see it being a bad matchup?
I mean, it's Eddie Guerrero. I think these two actually did fight, though. I suspect because R-Truth was K-Quick. Can't remember if they faced. They were on the same roster.
I mean, yeah, it's entirely possible.
So they definitely brushed shoulders.
But for two people that have very good timing and storytelling ability, I don't know. I think it might actually be a really good show.
And comedians, I say that loosely for K-Quick. And yes, they actually did. I just double checked.
I think the one in this though that is probably the most of a dream match is Eddie versus our champion. Like,
I mean, you say that, but I think there's a lot of people who really, truthfully, is thinking Chris Jericho and Eddie.
Did they not?
I mean, true, but it's Eddie Guerrero and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. It's like they probably could put if you know things were, they could probably put on amazing matches to the end of time.
Correct. But yes, these two last faced off in 2001. 20 years ago. And R-Truth does not look any older.
It's actually incredible.
It really is. He has found the Lazarus Pit.
He does not age.
Eddie really now a bit more of a technical side against R-Truth.
Like, we legit had to double check that there wasn't anything supernatural involved.
Yes, we had to for balancing reasons.
Oh, we check everyone for balancing reasons, but yeah, this seemingly is R-Truth.
The fact that we had to check R-Truth's strength speaks volumes, and Stallone is coming out early.
Stallone looking to get himself some.
Stallone looking for a bit of truth.
Looks like he's finding it.
Yeah, the truth involves the ring canvas to the face. Eddie with a cartwheel kick. I should say wheelbarrow kick.
Now looking to break Stallone's arm.
So far, the celebrity has not done the best. But it is early days.
I believe he did have one elimination on the house show match he was in.
He was in a house show?
The sort of test matches I do when I download people.
Oh, right.
So
the dark match, the dark matches.
Yes, the 3 layers deep.
Yes, Three Layers Deep. No, I don't even know what's Three Layers Deep.
The matches that
It's
don't
like
even
an
get
iceberg.
recorded.
Oh, Kruger's joining. The 3-time competitor.
Fucking send Eddie back to his nightmares.
Looks like he's trying to take out Stallone.
Take away Stallone's legs.
It's 80s action versus 80s horror, so to speak.
Was he action in the 80s? How much do we count? Like,
I mean, Stallone did Predator in the 80s.
okay, yeah, that I'll give.
And I think he also did Cliffhanger and Rambo.
Yeah, Rambo actually is a good show.
Really testing my ability to remember.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know Stallone films.
And oh god damn it, I've frozen again.
Really doesn't like this match. As our champion gets in the ring, Chris Jericho gets in last.
That is a good spot for Jericho. Jericho's wrestled for so long. Just a side note. Oh, hang on. I'll get back to that for a second.
Got three amigos running on Tyler Bate.
Can he get the third?
Yes, he does.
Oh, they do. Could be the curse again.
Will the curse? No, Tyler Bate kicks out. He will not have curse yet. Not quite yet in effect.
Not yet. Typically happens after all entrants have entered the ring, but we could be seeing it sooner. I thought that would go for the frog splash.
He's going up again, though.
He might still go for the frog splash. Go for the center. No. That's up. Yes.
But not going for the cover, opting to start squaring off with Jericho instead.
To be fair, those two really could be a good match. And we both know they want to put something on, so I don't see why not.
They'll drop Brainbuster into a cover, but Marky Mark is busy with Jericho and Eddie. Plenty of time for Kruger to kick out there. And Stallone
is going places. He's going.
We haven't seen this before.
What the?
Stallone with the splash off the cage onto Truth.
Who knew Stallone could blink and do it? Apparently, he's been studying from the Pat McAfee book. Eddie's squaring up with Kruger.
Kruger and Eddie.
Bate
looking to get himself some.
Yeah, Bate was wanting some of Kruger. Kruger just shoving it off, so to speak.
Bate going after Truth now onto the pin after that stiff shot.
Oh, Truth not going to be the breaker of the champion curse. Or the $1 million curse, I should say. Meanwhile, everyone's trying to get Kruger. Jericho the clothesline to back of Guerrero. Kruger planning something with Stallone.
Going for the nuts of Stallone. Claw. Was that regular hand or claw hand?
Claw hand. That was claw.
Yeah,
and the first. The curse is broken.
It's not out first. Maybe he won't be out at all.
Truth out. Well, 2 rapid back to back. Leaving the 4 favorites, so to speak.
The champion, the person with the most experience this season, and 2 veterans of the business.
And not only 2 veterans, but 2 of the best veterans.
Pele kick there. Not the type of thing you expect out of Kruger.
Is that... For a second, it looked like Jericho was going for the pedigree, switches it to the backbreaker. And now it's Kruger and Jericho.
Kruger out the back.
Kruger looking to just take advantage, puts Jericho on the
Meanwhile,
outside.
Tyler Driver.
Eddie could be out.
Eddie kicks out. Tyler Driver paying back those 3 amigos from earlier in the match.
Eddie being whipped off the ropes. This is obviously DDT to bait, and Kruger's pinning Jericho.
Jericho holding on.
Camel clutch. No rope breaks in the Elimination Chamber.
Even though I'm pretty sure there was a rope break in an Elimination Chamber.
I don't know why. Apparently not that time. Definitely looked to be foot under the rope.
The actual rules is, yeah, there shouldn't be, but I'm pretty sure there has been.
Oh, right. I mean, there's been an elimination. There's been a freaking disqualification in the Hell in a Cell.
There's been a disqualification in a Royal Rumble.
That was, yeah. You're talking Finley, correct?
Yes.
My history is well regarded. Kruger getting eliminated.
And you gotta think this match, this win, not only cements him as the first retaining champion, not only cements him as our youngest champion, but this would cement him in very, very acclaimed company to win this match if Tyler can hold on.
I mean, it's a case of if he were to lose, then it really isn't that bad because there's no disgrace in losing to Chris Jericho or Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero was one of our starting competitors.
And Chris Jericho did enter in last. Cloverleaf just raking the back there. Jericho with the quick escape. It looks like a powerbomb attempt. Powerbomb to Tyler.
Rocked his skull a bit. DDT straight into the cover. No wasted motion. He's still kicking out.
And to be fair, Tyler is a veteran in his own right. He has been wrestling for quite a while despite his age. But this is just a really good freeway in general. 3 fantastic opponents.
I think this is a match that anyone would like to see.
And only possible right now. Tyler's looking to send Eddie out the ring. Jericho with the German.
To the bridge.
Tyler nearly eliminated there.
Holding on to his championship by dear life.
Chris is again going after Jericho again. Old rivalries do not exactly die easy. Oh, they looks like the walls.
Is he looking for the walls?
It's definitely the walls.
He's got it in. There's no rope breaks. Tyler's got a power. No, Tyler taps. We have got a new champion.
And what a champion we have. It's either Eddie Guerrero or Chris Jericho.
I don't think Tyler can go home sad after that one. He put in one hell of a showing.
He definitely did the best retaining job out of all the champions.
Eddie now just waiting for Jericho to get up. If Eddie wins this, he will have ran the gambit.
That would be very, very good for Eddie.
If Jericho wins, he would have taken advantage of the advantage. It's his first and last here in the match.
Pretty much. He's going for the code breaker. Eddie dodges.
Throws Jericho back into the ring.
That was all instant because Eddie, I don't think has ever seen the code breaker. That was a move 2010. Eddie just using veteran's instinct there.
Jericho with the knee fights his way out of the suplex. Northern
Northern
Lights.
not going for the bridge, interestingly enough.
Because he's setting up
Because
for the
Alliance.
Lionsault.
A pinfall trying to put Eddie away. 1, 2. Only a 2 count.
That was very close. 2 and, I want to say, 8/10.
It does. I think he's going for it again. Codebreaker!
Coda breaker das.
And the pinfall. Eddie could be out.
No.
Eddie clinking on.
Hanging on to dear life. The most tired member of this match holding on.
Still able to get off the ground onto his feet.
Is that a Kimura from Jericho?
A standing Kimura, correct. Jericho will do whatever he can.
Bringing back some of that Man of the Thousand Holds.
Somewhere Dean Malenko is crying.
He wrote a list. Most of them were armbars.
I mean, to be fair, I wasn't there during the ad break to verify that list.
And that
Lion Tamer.
got it in for a second.
Eddie quickly getting out of it. And that was quite a good timing on that because Eddie is a luchador. He does use his legs for a lot of the offense. So getting out is key.
Lion Tamer puts a lot more pressure on the back than the walls does. That
is
knee straight into the spine.
That is
Speed or
true. It's
suplex
also,
from Eddie.
again, pulling. It pretty much hurts quite a lot when it comes to the frog splash.
And we
Texas
We
Cloverleaf.
talked about knees in the spine.
Cloverleaf tries to snap Chris in half from the looks of it. And Eddie has done the gambit.
He's ran from the beginning to the end.
Latino Heat with a sizzling victory here.
And we've said it before and we'll say it until someone wins, but we have another really good possible retention target here.
I think we've said that for all bar one.
We've said that for everyone but Corb Dust, and we wanted Corb Dust to lose, so...
Yes, we are biased. We know, but it is true. Stallone didn't put up as much as I was hoping. Tyler missing the look out of the way, the truth consequences. Obviously the Tyler driver. But nothing but Eddie down.
Kept kicking out. Kept kicking out.
Eddie Guerrero, Daniel Bryan, and Tyler Bate all now Who's Here champions. And that's quite the company.
Look forward to see if anyone can beat him, and if someone does, who it will, and if he doesn't, seeing how long he can hold it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our first wheel spin of the night, because this is our Card is Subject to Chaos show. We are starting off with a tables match. We will see how many competitors and in what format very shortly. Right, well, we know it is a tables match, and we start off with one half of our tag team champions. As we mentioned, the universe did collapse in on itself, so the belts are currently somewhere in limbo.
But the tag team champion, well, one half of them surely isn't. Because it's you.
It's me! It's me from another world. A world where
We don't
apparently I
know.
actually decided to buy that Sami Zayn shirt.
Took time, but you got there in the end. But yes, what are you expecting from yourself here?
I don't know.
Good answer.
I haven't really thought about tables matches, so I wouldn't know.
Can't say you've studied it.
I'd like to say I'd be the type to stack tables, but I don't know for certain.
We're guessing that you are a table stacker.
See, that is the strategy for an iron tables match. You stack tables, you get multiple falls at once. Why does no one do that?
Because it takes time. And
Yeah.
it is a match with a time limit.
I mean, we were tied at 1-1 in our only Iron Tables match this season, so.
Which was a good start. Really showcasing. Oh,
Someone of the Wyatt family making their show up.
it's getting spooky and not spoopy.
It's the red-bearded sheep.
Yeah, oh, Barmy. It is Eric Rowan.
Take a moment as this is being aired. We are probably less than a week removed from the news of Luke Harper / Brody Lee / John Huber's passing.
I was going to say this is very much an awkward time for Harper. You gotta think that will be resting on him. Regardless, it must be said that Rowan is a fantastic competitor in his own right. Looking to win as a tribute, most likely. And he's got 3 more contenders to fight.
Well, one of the men that we will see on our next actual show in the second chance 8-man eliminator for the mid-card title. Yeah, that is all I have to say about this man. Is he is part of our mid-card? Like he has a chance to potentially maybe have another chance at the mid-card title.
He has a chance at another chance. And he is still as creepy as all hell.
Yeah.
There's Hubert, the non-distinct clown.
The weird clown mime hybrid. No one really knows how to react.
I don't know how to react with annoyance.
And the other half of your tag team champion is also making his way to the ring.
Well, this is a very awkward predicament, to say the least.
A bit of a look change since we've seen him last, but I definitely think it's an improvement.
Well, you know, when the void collapses the entire world, you just tend to learn and adapt, you know? That being said, I don't think Sam's going to go easy on you.
I mean, I wouldn't go easy on him, so... It's all fair. It's all fair in love and wrestling.
We're not quite at the war yet. Yeah, Sam looking ready. And we're waiting for our final competitor.
Oh my.
Could it actually be?
He's looking to shut down another promotion.
What you said wasn't feel too strong. Pretty politician got it so good. Come on, dude, join in. We'll find that place in line.
Vince McMahon strutting to the ring like only Vince McMahon can.
Time, cause you got no chance. That song is so fucking insanely catchy.
It's a very good song, I will give you that.
Jim Johnston, if you were not paid extra for that song, go get extra. Because it's the most recognizable song you've ever done. But yes, and with other cameras focusing on both the tag team champions,
And
Vince immediately going for you.
And me immediately going for a table.
Vince immediately going for the table on you.
My strategy is apparently to not fuck around.
I like how Vince immediately goes for you.
I go after my tag team partner, so...
Rowan's just like, hi! Rowan's going for both of you.
Now I'm after Rowan, and might be a tag team teaming up against Rowan here.
It's a tactic. That's what I said. Vince is beating up the mime clown thing.
Get it? What is it?
No, no, I guess it. But this is good shit. I think we're taken aback by the events that Vince McMahon, of all people.
Yeah, it's Vince McMahon showing up in a CCW ring.
Like, Vince would probably be the type of guy who gets a contract to have and goes, "No, goddammit, I lose."
Vince is in the ring setting up the table.
Vince, as we know, he's a very adept hardcore fighter.
This could be a very short match. Vince looking to put the clown through the table.
I can't believe I'm saying it, but please do.
Hubert fighting out suplex.
It's nearly an upset.
Is it an upset?
I mean, a mime clown suplexing the chairman of the WWE? Yes.
It would certainly give him momentum going into the 8-man eliminator.
That's a funny looking momentum you got there.
Meanwhile, the tag team champions just outside fighting it out.
I think they forgot it's a tables match.
Either that or they're just not really in for it. They're just here for the payday. Figure if they fight each other...
and kick each other's ass.
They fight each other, they could just fake it for 20 minutes while everyone else fights.
Either that or Sam's trying to recruit Rowan, but Rowan does not seem interested in that idea.
I'm apparently thinking about something. That something is kicking the clown in the shin.
You're thinking of something. Be careful when you do so, I know it hurts. Oh, Rowan's going after Sam. I'm
going after Vince.
You look like you were having a shit a second ago in the middle of the ring.
I duck Vince's punch.
We didn't duck Rowan.
And now Rowan and Vince McMahon teaming up on me.
What a team! What a team! What a team!
Eric Rowan versus Vince McMahon versus challenging for the tag titles.
And Rowan looking to chokeslam Hubert onto a non-open table. Somehow
Hubert bounced off an invisible box. Maybe he is a mime.
Holy crap! I mean, if he was, he'd need to not use an actual table. So yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have anyone that can confirm the breaking of an invisible table.
I mean, Marky Mark is the only one. He's not here.
Yeah, we don't even have a referee for this match.
Oof. Kick to Eric Rowan. Meanwhile, Hubert is just alive, and you are still fighting Vince.
Yeah, I just got something with Vince McMahon.
You.
Maybe it's all the bad booking decisions.
No, I think it's just pitch you watched Wrestle Kingdom earlier.
That is true. That does date this recording slightly.
I mean, I didn't say which one.
I was gonna say, was it night 1 or night 2?
Or was it the first one?
Does that mean
or the 15th one? Precisely.
Does that mean I have to edit this by tomorrow so no one knows?
No, you were watching Wrestle Kingdom 7. There we go. That's dated it back like a decade. Rowan's looking to run it. That's very a scary thing.
Hubert's got
Rowan
up on the top rope. What is he looking for here?
I don't know, but you're about to get mimed. You are about to get mimed. You got mimed.
He's copied the supercuts.
You have most definitely got mimed. Hubert tried to cut the ropes at the table.
People picking up the table, no one successfully being able to put it up since Vince McMahon put it up, so...
Vince knows what he's doing.
This might be a long tables match if no one puts up the table.
I mean, Vince, again, he knows what he's doing. He's the chairman of a multi-million-dollar company.
Yeah, he is a billionaire.
And the WWE as well. I get that. Hubert's going after Sam. Sam falling like the White Cliffs of Dover. If you have a vivid description of
I was
that.
gonna say it was an interesting description.
That was an interesting descent.
Finally, actually putting up the table for the second time.
Yes, Vince is still. Oh no, never mind. Vince is swearing at Hubert. Vince probably definitely took our product away from it being PG.
Has our project ever been PG?
I mean, it's never not been.
Vince McMahon with the delete headbutts.
That is how you deal with.
I just did a Falcon's arrow to Eric Rowan, and I don't think that would ever happen in any reality.
It happened in this one. Hubert getting and lifting Vince, kicking Vince, Sam with Vince.
Hubert with Sam up in the fireman's carry into the airplane spin, making its return from the dark match.
Everyone knows, everyone knows, spin is a brutal move. The humanity.
Hubert looking to get his bearings about him.
Hubert having his moment.
Having a moment, at least.
I mean, I don't want to picture any more moments with Hubert, thank you.
Well, we're at least getting one more, because he's in the next show as well.
Oh, God. Vince McMahon attacking the mime.
Vince McMahon still not knowing what it is.
He heard mime, he hated it. Then he heard the other one, he hated it even more.
Then again, Vince McMahon also doesn't know what a burrito is, so that's not saying much.
He also doesn't know what a moon pie is, but that's not the point.
Somebody get me a meat wrap.
I can't even corpse that one.
We are we spent this entire match corpsing because Vince McMahon's in it.
I'm not, I'm just being a tassy. Oh, I'm doing my best in sipping Taz commentary. There's my guns.
Getting up Rowan, throwing him onto the table. This match might finally be over.
It might not be.
Rowan fighting out.
It
Rowan.
might be. The table has been weakened.
Me making the save. Me going outside, bringing in a chair to this tables match.
This is a TC match now. Never mind.
Yes,
what are you doing?
yes. Yes, okay.
Wait,
Good.
No.
Nope, we're back
Okay.
outside again.
We're
And we're back in.
Damn it.
And we're back out.
Damn it.
And we're back. This is called showboating. That's what it is.
You know what? It's Sam on the way down.
It's a 2-for-1.
It's my minute, Sam.
It was a 2-for-1. Don't worry about it.
I'm not.
And Eric Rowan with the chop up against the table. That's not how you break a table.
Eric Rowan has definitely done the most damage to the table and the tag champs.
Sam looking for something. Sam looking for something.
Sam's looking for a buckle
bomb through the table. And one half of your tag champs is your winner of this match.
For a second, I thought he was going to keep going. I thought Vince was going to go another table.
Restart the match, damn it.
Sadly, it is not your company, Vince.
Don't have that power here, Vince.
Not yet, anyway. Yeah. It's just... There were definitely some moments.
This was a really good... I was going to say start, but we had the... Oh, this is a very good start to the randomness of this card.
Yes, I think that would be the best way of wording it.
And simultaneously gaining and losing momentum for his team is...
Yeah, you're back at neutral. Well, at least Sam's got momentum. I guess this means Sam is the better half of the tag champions, huh?
I mean, I probably wasn't trying.
Sure. Whatever you need to do to defend yourself there.
I mean, to be fair, I say that. I did Falcon Arrow Eric Rowan, so...
You also played Do-Si-Do with a chair.
That's true.
And only a chair. But yes, the #1 Black-Pilled Alpha with the victory.
The wheel is already spinning as we look to see what the next match is going to be.
Any predictions?
Well, it's landed on an elimination match. So
Oh,
that could be any number of things. Let us find out how many people are involved as we find out who is involved.
anyway, we are here for the elimination match. Turns out to be a triple threat tornado tag. And we start with the Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss.
From a universe, yes. I should start
Yes,
simulating like another universe and have those titles change at random.
yes, a universe where she is currently the Raw Women's Champion.
And where they got rid of all the red from the War Women's Championship.
Yeah, it's just a white belt now.
Honestly, it looks better.
It kind of does. Either way, Alexa Bliss, one hell of a competitor, you gotta think.
Who is she gonna team with?
I mean, she's the former tag champ. She can go with whoever she wants. I'm hearing the music, but I'm hesitant to say it's who I think it is.
Well, we're seeing the Tron. Yeah, it is.
Apparently so. A good choice.
We don't know from another universe or just defused for the time being. But Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades, not the Empress of Spades, is here.
This is definitely a good draw for Alexa. She brings the speed and I forgot the name. It's a great start. We got the power on this side of her partner.
Shayna Baszler only
There we go.
losing the women's tag titles in another company. So
Both former tag team champs for two different teams. Shayna, of course, also former MMA fighter.
Lot of ability in that team. That is the first of 3 teams. What is our second team gonna look like?
That's not ominous. Appears to be a new face named Kira.
Well, lack thereof.
Yeah, currently masked.
Likes to keep that Kitsune mask on. Channeling the powers of the fox spirits.
I mean, Kitsunes do go through quite a lot of Japanese mythology. Said to be linked to mystical realms and magical ability, so I don't blame her.
Guiding spirits at times, even. It is a solid choice if you're going to channel any ability.
And she is holding that flower. An interesting choice. Either way, seems that we are going to see how the new girl handles her opponents. With her partner, most surely not Apollo Crews.
Yes, making her. She made a debut in the Rumble. We know it'll be quite a striking, focused competitor. Is Rebecca Dundee.
Seems as though these two are quite apropos, so to speak. One being more of a brawling style, and Akira, who seems to be a bit more flashy.
Yeah, like no nonsense is Dundee, and Akira is very much a lot of show and pop and circumstance. But that could reflect off each other quite well.
Good, getting a first look at the full half of Akira. Yes. It looks like it's Veterans Hour. So you can Candice LeRae. Pre-purple hair LeRae as well.
Pre the way.
Yes, pre the Gargano way.
We may still see her try pulling out that move. Gargano way or the Gargano escape as it was before.
I mean, it's an effective move nonetheless. For Candice, veteran of women's wrestling, has been wrestling since the early 2000s. Itching to see who she gets. And apparently it's a legend in her own right. Trish Stratus making a first in-ring appearance that I know of.
I can't speak for previous seasons. I don't remember.
Well, at least with this season, she's definitely new to the equation. Don't think we need to introduce Trish with many words.
This just means we have a team of veterans in the mix. Got the new blood, the old blood, and the mystery element.
Both very good as well.
This is elimination. So we may go down to... We'll go down to one team. That might even mean going down to one person.
This is one of those contests where you want to preserve as much stamina as you can.
Or at least try and get the advantage early. Get one team down and be able to team up. For your other team member to team up and work on everyone else.
Kira still wearing heels, by the way.
Yes.
It's gonna hurt a lot more.
Gonna hurt a lot more when she hits people with it, but it's also a lot more effort on her part. I mean, but even without the heels, what wasn't clear from her entrance is Akira is quite tall.
That is definitely something of note. She's definitely the tallest person in the match. She could be one of the tallest in the division.
That's what we
well,
said.
Scarlet Lady.
Trish Stratus rolling out the ring, going to recover, and it frees Akira to go help her teammate with Alexa.
The two brawlers are in the ring.
The veteran Bronze taking a break while the other two teams battle it out.
Dundee and Baszler going at each other. LeRae re-entering the fray. Trish seems to be eyeing an opportunity as well against Akira.
Swing and a miss. Swaps to Akira's tag team partner.
That's just one of the things.
Is a team match.
Yeah, it's one of the things you have to do. You just have to keep checking where you're to go and who to fight.
Keeping track of your partner is not going to be easy in this match, especially as all of these are relatively thrown together tag teams.
So, you got to think, however, the advantage does lie either in the team of Baszler and Bliss or Stratus and LeRae. One, because the first team are former tag champions, and the other because they're just veterans bringing in many decades of experience to the table.
Yes, we can't speak to the value of being an unknown quantity, but we know little to nothing of the woman calling herself Akira, and we know a bit about Rebecca, but not enough to really say.
Yeah, we know she likes to get down and dirty, but that's about it.
Very traditional style, as you can see, with the triangle choke in the ring.
Making sure to roll into the middle to try to stop any rope breaks. Trish with a knife edge chop there.
There's a lot of action going to call. The ever weird move of the leg DDT from Stratus, as she's now being, as Shayna now putting her sights on Trish. Trish getting out at one.
That's the other thing about this. You only ever have one person to back you up, so to speak.
It's like Shayna and Rebecca aren't teams, but they are both working to take out Trish right now. And as I say that, commentator's curse. Rebecca going straight after.
Akira was balancing on the top rope in heels, quite impressive, but missing the elbow drop there. Still keeping the Kitsune mask on.
Jawbreaker. Pinfall. Broken up. And again, that speaks to the ability to keep track of who's teaming with who. Like, if it was anyone other than Baszler, I wouldn't think they would have done that. And the Glitter Blizzard, the Alexa Bliss version of the Code Red. We may be looking at our first elimination.
Indeed, Trish is still out on the other side of the ring.
Becca holding on. Managed to kick out. Kiera making the save for a partner as Trish was looking for something.
Baszler has the entire ring to herself.
And now Rebecca is the only one out of the ring as she makes her way back in.
That is incorrect. Dundee just on the other side.
Yes, slowly recovering.
There she is.
LeRae also going out to recover. So we got Shayna and Akira battling again. Well, we did have battling against. Now it's down.
That's not a cushion, Baszler.
I wasn't gonna mention it, but okay.
I couldn't resist.
So we have one member of each team left in the ring. As Trish looking to take out the big woman, but her partner's coming in just in time to make the save.
They're not sure. The kick-up did seem to be full of Akira's force.
And back into the triangle now on Bliss. I think Shayna's going to want to break that up, and she does. No one with the advantage just yet. There's a mess of bodies. It's hard to keep track of. That choke into the STO from Bliss onto LeRae. Ray countering with a jawbreaker. To a single leg codebreaker-esque move.
Trish is preoccupied in terms of trying to protect Candice's pin. I was occupied with suplexing Akira there.
A lot of effort required for that, I'd imagine.
Akira definitely has agility for someone of her own size. I mean, she's equally, what, about 6 foot plus?
Probably.
Those dogs are quite tall.
That is an interesting hold. It's not a triangle because the leg is under the head.
Try to suffocate between the shins just didn't work.
If there's anyone,
or at least did for White.
If there's anyone it might not be the best idea to trade submissions with.
It would be the person that was literally in MMA. Candace just watching Baszler, and Baszler gets eliminated.
Baszler's off first elimination, and which means Alexa is now down a teammate. She is on her own.
Still confident, however.
Ever confident is Alexa Bliss.
I mean, that's unsurprising when you're Bliss. When you have bands making songs about you, you just tend to have that confidence, you know?
Swinging neckbreaker off the top is LeRae. Takes out
Akira!
Which means
Akira's out.
The blonde veterans get the advantage going in.
This is where they either dissect or they get teamed up by two completely different teams.
You gotta think that Alexa and Dundee might want to team up.
Want and needed two relative terms there. True. I'm not sure Dundee's much of a team player, admittedly.
I'm not sure
not a lot of these women.
Often a team player.
I mean, to be fair, no one's really been doing team maneuvers so far.
Most of the teamwork has been mostly for defense so far.
Bliss and Dundee seemingly not caring for an alliance.
As Alexa hits that glitter blizzard again.
Could only think what she was going for. Trish stopping and climbing the turnbuckle.
Working the leg.
It looks like Trish with the pin.
Alexa holding in. Now everyone working on Alexa. At least for a moment.
Well, Alexa
Triangle.
she didn't exactly help herself by targeting Dundee.
Dundee went for that triangle and Trish immediately there to break it up. This is the advantage that Trish and LeRae have.
But they've got to be careful to maintain it. LeRae going after Bliss. Yeah, Stratus is a legend. You still gotta watch out.
Keep an eye
It only
on your
takes
partner while you still have that advantage.
Yeah, it only takes one submission to even it up. And Dundee is familiar with triangle chokes, as we've seen so far.
Into the corner goes Dudley. Trish putting her up onto the top. Looking for Stratosphere.
It could be enough.
Might be it. For the unknown quantity, the new bloods are out.
Now Bliss is most definitely alone.
It's 2-on-1 for Alexa. This is not looking good.
The veterans have taken the advantage they've gained from just being in support of wrestling, just being constantly considered the best at their craft.
Using that veteran knowledge to just keep each other in the match, not letting either of the other one get eliminated. It is a developed skill.
Now they're just going to keep dissecting Bliss.
Yeah, it's no countouts. It is the triple threat stimulation, but they do have to get her in the ring at some point if they want to pin her. Bliss just tossing Stratus spine first into the hardest part of the ring.
A little bit of what you learned from Braun Strowman, apparently. On the explanation back up for that.
A little big influence coming in.
Bliss still surviving. Trish not getting as much involved in teamwork again.
Just taking turns beating on Alexa.
That could come to backfire. There's another bit of protection. LeRae stopping Bliss getting the advantage.
Finally getting Bliss in the ring. Armbringer. Armbreaker.
Into an eye rake.
Code red of her own.
Stratus is hyping for something. Could be a pinfall victory. Only a 2 count.
Veterans almost winning without losing anyone. An impressive showing if they do so.
Stratus is just enjoying the sight of LeRae.
Stratus just letting it happen. The Lion Salt.
Shades of Chris Jericho from earlier. And it could be it.
That is it.
The veterans taking up a decisive victory.
Yeah.
Not losing a single individual.
Gotta think is the rumor, the rumbling of a potential women's tag division is in that is a team that will probably want to stay with each other if the division decides to continue.
I mean, it's always good just to have that ally in your back pocket either way. Both these women could be good challenges to our current women's champion.
Don't think in the standing of the match anyone expected it to be a complete shutout. We expected every team to lose someone, but no, they held strong.
That's just one of the better parts of being veterans. You know what to do and you know how to win. And they just brought it to the maximum. Gotta give them that accreditation.
The wind spiels. Yes, the wind spiels once again. As we look for our next match. We're getting another tables match, but this time it's an iron tables match.
The return of the stipulation.
Fate has decided that our iron tables match will also be a 5-way.
Getting the big numbers.
And we still don't know what his allegiances with the Big Show are. But Jack Watkins making his second appearance here in CCW.
His first without the Big Show, ironically.
I mean, his first was...
I know his interference.
Yeah, Big Show came out of nowhere.
Yes, the Lunatic... I believe it was the Lunatic Show.
No, it was just the Big Show.
Oh, yes, crud. I always forget which one.
They do look exactly the same, just one's casual clothing.
Insane. Either way, Watkins, a very proficient wrestler, the British style, also known as the Reaper, as you no doubt were aware from the code. It's going to be interesting to see if he can pull a second victory and stay undefeated.
No sign of the Big Show, but there was no sign of the Big Show last time either, so...
The Big Show cometh, and the Big Show goeth.
Now, for those that are uninitiated, an Iron Tables match is a tables match, and an Iron Man match. It's whoever can put the most... or whoever can get the most table falls in the time limit, which has been determined to be 25 minutes for the sake of this match.
And for those also uninitiated with the idea of Minecraft people, here's AJ Styles.
That's the blocky version of AJ Styles.
And don't worry, he still has the soccer mom hair.
And lucky for him, the man that beat him on Dark is currently missing due to the collapse of the universe. So he doesn't have to worry about having to face him again.
This is indeed a fresh start for AJ. Hopefully his performance won't fall flat like he did last time, but you never know with this sort of thing.
Yes, and hopefully, unlike the last Iron Tables match, it will not end in a draw.
I mean, it really, really shouldn't.
I don't have a plan if it goes to a draw.
Because draws are kind of the multiverse's way of saying good luck to us. So please, multiverse, please don't do it. There's something to be said about dream matches. Once again,
it's almost a shame he's a Minecraft person.
It's almost a shame he's a block. Either way, Shawn Michaels and AJ Styles.
It has been rumored before, and honestly, how awful the last match was, it wouldn't surprise me if he does want to do one more just to, you know, cleanse themselves of that Saudi show.
I think it's probably best they never do another.
If they're gonna do another, I would want it to be with someone that can carry a lot of the weight, and I think AJ probably could.
True. Either way, the star of the Marine 5. 6, sorry. I forget how many damn Marine movies there are.
Star of one of the many Marine movies.
Yes. Star of the movie that The Miz died in.
He is a sexy boy.
He will not make your ankle hurt.
And I'm assuming not the Ascension.
I wish it was the Ascension.
It'd be funny if it was the Ascension.
I mean,
we get the return of Nightmare. We haven't seen him since his loss in the 4-way for the championship.
Indeed, he lost to Waluigi. Which is kind of sad to say, but also satisfying to say.
At least it wasn't Nick Miller.
I mean, yeah, that would have been a weird choice for the multiverse, but you know, it's the multiverse.
And Nightmare did have the disadvantage that night. He did already wrestle, so he might try and politic his way back to the title at some point.
I don't think Nightmare is a politics guy. Somehow.
I was gonna say, or you'd get Lilith to politic, but I don't think Lilith's a politic person either. So
I think she stands more chance of politicking than a guy dressed in Day of the Dead makeup. Even with the suit.
Sometimes you roll persuasion, sometimes you roll intimidation, sometimes it has the same outcome.
That is a fair point. He'll still be looking to redeem, or at least get back on track momentum-wise in this matchup. And with this last entrant, I believe, he's up high.
Coming down from space. He's not flying, he's falling with style.
Planet Earth to not Major Tom. It is the star of Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, the hit not BBC, Disney TV show, as well as some movies called Toy Story.
And one of the better Disney World rides.
And probably that one toy you wanted for Christmas. It is Buzz Lightyear. You seem to be reveling in the fact that he is making his debut today.
Yes, making the transition from Star Command to professional wrestling.
It's not a very common career choice, I can say that at least.
Certainly don't get to use, like, lasers and blasters of various kinds in wrestling.
Or wings, though you do go flying.
Yes, he does not fly, he falls with style.
I've got a feeling that we'll be seeing him fall with style at least once today.
And I think he's hoping to put someone through a table in the process. At least I hope so. That's how you get points in the match.
I mean,
really like it not to be 1-1 again.
Well, here's the thing. Buzz Lightyear didn't exactly come with a furniture playset. Yeah, he came with himself. So he might be at a disadvantage here. Simply because the other people at least know what a table is.
I would imagine Buzz Lightyear knows what a table is.
I mean, he didn't know what a TV was at one point. Or a toy.
That is the question. Is this Buzz Lightyear the toy or Buzz Lightyear the Star Commander?
I think both are still clueless as to what a table is.
Fair.
I think he might know what a desk is. I think that's how they've described the match to him. It's an iron desk match for Buzz.
Buzz went straight for a Spaceball Hurricane Rana onto Jack Watkins.
Of note, the helmet of Buzz Lightyear is banned simply because headbutts from a giant plastic dome would hurt. Apparently.
Nightmare straight for the table.
Buzz definitely not starting off slow.
Watkins now looking to take the advantage.
Sean was going to put the table in the ring, decided to throw it down on the Nightmare's head.
Nightmare and Block Styles taking on each other.
And our first table put up of the evening.
And
well, of this match.
immediately gets knocked down again. Wrestling.
Well, I'd like to invite the audience at home. If you have the Metallica song on standby, get ready. It probably will come up. Because this is most definitely a table. But Buzz definitely started off strong.
Styles and Nightmare just going at each other. Flow of DMTT from Styles, and then what we're going to refer to as a boot to Nightmare's face, but Nightmare battling back.
Yep. Yes, we will refer to that as a boot in the way that it kind of looks like a boot.
Looked for the leg drop. Styles moved.
It's as close to a boot that AJ can afford given his body structure. Buzz going after Watkins quite a lot.
Buzz getting confused by the face paint and or scarring we don't know of Jack Watkins' face.
Buzz probably thinks its owner's name written on the face. Questioning what kid is called Splodge.
Or who did that toy in paint?
One of the two. To be fair, I think he might be thinking he's fighting a action figure of Shawn Michaels rather than the real deal.
That would have been a good cameo in the Toy Story movies, actually.
Well, Shawn Michaels, the action figure, showing up.
Just any wrestling figure played by the wrestler themselves would have been quite fun.
And there's our dream Toy Story 5 movie. If you want to make that Pixar. Away, Shawn Michaels also going for Watson.
Some sort of special.
Yeah, something. Do something, Disney.
You did, like, the WWE did stuff with Hanna-Barbera. It's not completely out of the realms of possibility.
We do not refer to the Jetsons.
I was talking about the Scooby-Doo ones, but yeah, we could talk about the Jetsons. We could talk about the Flintstones.
No. Focus to the tables. The table's going up. Look at that.
Nightmare hanging AJ up on the outside. What is he looking to do?
Yes, I believe that table says, and I quote, "Do not refer to the Jetsons." It's in very tiny brown writing.
Spinning leg drop on the hanging AJ Styles. As Buzz Lightyear and Watkins battle on the table on the inside.
Shawn seems to be joining in the conflict. Freeze a crowd, as they say.
Seems like for most of the match, it's been those three fighting, and then Nightmare and AJ just one-on-one.
Buzz and Shawn seem to be in a tentative alliance. Well, until Michael somehow threw Buzz, in a way.
Death Valley Driver from Styles onto Nightmare, leaving Styles to get pile-drived by Shawn Michaels.
And his head went through the canvas as well.
The large block on top we are referring to as his head.
We refer to as his head because it seems anatomically correct.
And the ever-strange move, the Leg DDT.
We are currently 1/5 of the way through the match, with no falls.
20% down.
Indeed. Buzz again going after Watkins. He really must be confused. He must really be confused by the paint. Or Scar. Slash spot.
Tornado DDT from Nightmare onto Shawn Michaels as AJ goes back to fighting Nightmare.
I mean, there's been two definitive rivalries throughout the contest. That's for sure. Yes. Buzz setting up a table.
Buzz believing Jack Watkins to be an alien of some sort, and Nightmare and AJ Styles just not getting along.
Well, either that or a sad, strange little man. I mean, he is the size of Buzz.
Hurricane Rana through the table.
We have a fall. Watkins taking the lead over Buzz Lightyear.
It only took us 6 minutes this time.
So we currently have someone in the lead.
No more falls happen. We have a winner.
The question is, can Watkins keep it? Can he keep that lead?
Does Watkins now go on the defense, or does he try and get a second one and get some ground to clear?
I mean, in this match, a good offense is a good defense. Because the higher amount of falls you get, the harder it is to catch up. So you want to just make sure you can just keep the lead. So don't exactly blame him. But he is currently fighting Shawn Michaels. So maybe defense be the right call. Especially with the elbow drop.
And while that was happening, Buzz kick to the knee and kick to the face of Nightmare.
Buzz is putting those really big feet to use. And Nightmare snake eyesing.
Stun gunning.
What are they doing to the toy?
Definitely throwing his neck against the ropes.
Definitely hurting. Buzz needs to regain momentum. Especially since he was the first one put through a table. Can sometimes put you in a psychological downfall.
Sunset flip bomb from Nightmare. If the table's up, that might have been a point.
Well, the table and the apron was also sent flying when Watkins rolled out of the ring.
Buzz went for a figure 4 there, which isn't going to get you very far.
I did say that Buzz might not understand what a table is. He's only had one experience, going through it.
Nightmare with the table outside the ring and then back in the ring.
This is a tradition here at CZW, and we do not know why. I don't know why it's CZW either.
Yeah, I noticed that one the other day. It's like I was concerned calling it CCW because it's very close to CZW.
Yeah, that is a thing we need to remember. We are not Combat Zone Wrestling. Does Combat Zone Wrestling have Buzz Lightyear?
No, but it does have hypnotists, so...
That is fair. That is the trade. Nightmare is doing a do-si-do table.
As is tradition.
Yeah, we don't know why it's a tradition. Apparently it's good luck. I have heard that rumor, but I don't know what luck you need in a tables match.
Ushigoroshi onto Nightmare.
Michaels' head hitting the stairs as well.
Styles looking to set up the table in the corner.
He might be looking to even the tide. Styles not even taking off his vest. At least I think that's his vest.
It's all one thing. Styles with Nightmare up. Buckle bomb. That's one to Styles, one to Watkins, and Styles immediately onto Watkins.
The question is, can anyone catch up? We still have 15 minutes, or just over 15 to go.
Yes, we're just over 40% through this match.
Watkins throwing a table into... having a table thrown into his face by Nightmare.
Nightmare again, not bringing it in and throwing it out. There's always someone in the match who does this.
We see that again, no why.
We saw the Plague Jackie doing it in the women's match in the first show.
I mean, Plague did, I think, put someone through a table at some point.
No, it was Sky Bear and our current champion Terry Knox that managed to put people through
yeah, I forgot.
That was a long time ago, or at least it felt like it.
Yeah, it was months ago that we last saw a table, or at least 9 table contest.
Yes, it was on our first show.
It was a way to start the season. That's a way to put it. Now Shawn Michaels is doing a do-si-do. Maybe he's learned the lesson.
As is tradition.
As is the style at the time. Nightmare has, I believe, put a table in the corner. Cannot make it out for the blurriness of my screen.
No,
no, that's a broken table.
That's a broken table and a bit of table outside the ring.
Ah, it looked kind of like the same table.
Shawn with a noble do-si-do. Nightmare bringing the other table in.
It looks like Nightmare is going after Buzz Light. Never mind, he's going after Watkins.
Turning Watkins round.
Shawn wants the opportunity. Now Nightmare's in the corner.
Back suplex onto Watkins. Buzz coming in, setting the table up in the corner.
Buzz has gotten to grips with what a table is. Looks like he's trying to get someone in the table.
But Nightmare getting the advantage.
Nightmare chopping Buzz off the table.
Will not be enough to get anyone through the table.
It is a start. That table is solid after all.
Standing Spanish fly from Jack Watkins onto Shawn Michaels.
I hesitate to call AJ's chop a chop. I think it's more of a club.
Yes, just sort of a thud.
A corner thud.
No, another thud against that table.
His second big corner thud. Watkins going after Lightyear. AJ seeming to go for a three-peat. It's a three-peat.
If Watkins or Styles get either of the men in the ring through a table, they take the advantage.
Looks like Watkins was trying to get Nightmare through the table by throwing AJ at him.
Not sure how that fall would count.
I guess that would count as a fall for both.
Watkins now with the chop. Still not actually taking table into account.
It will still affect the table, however. That is the thing.
May have been inadvertent, but Nightmare and Buzz Lightyear were working together for a moment there. Nightmare whipping Watkins into Buzz's punch, and then Buzz whipping Watkins into Nightmare's leaping senton.
Doing another falling with style.
Buzz, hold on.
We're seeing another buckle bomb.
Another buckle bomb to Nightmare. Nightmare's taken 2 of those now.
And that means we have a 3-way tie. You wish for it not to be a 1-1 has just happened to become true. It's now a 1-1-1.
Yes, and we are almost 60% through this match. We've had one fall every 5%, so every
20%.
Every 27% so far. Every 5 minutes. I can words.
Yes, we can all words. That is the secret to good commentary, my friends. Nightmare's doing another do-si-do. This is his 10th. As was the style at the time.
As is tradition.
As is the way we go.
And throws it out again.
Here we go.
Also throwing it out the ring.
The Watkins doing it wisely. He's still in the lead, technically, so this does maintain it. Though, if he breaks the table by throwing it, I don't think that counts.
Yeah, that's not putting someone through a table. It's no falls. Again, stacking. I'm pretty sure stacking tables and putting someone through multiple tables is multiple falls. Putting multiple people through one table would also probably be multiple falls.
I see. I think it's if someone goes through the table that counts.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
If you stack people on a table and then dive through both of them, that's
still maybe 2 points.
That's 2 points if you ask me.
Yeah, that's 2 points. One for each table.
One for each person. And if you if you have 2 tables and put someone through both of those tables, then it's 1 for each table.
Yeah, so that would be 2 points.
And if you had if you
He's
put
just
two,
doing a different revolution.
if you stacked 2 tables, then put 2 people on top of it, then dove through both the tables, it would be 4 points.
You know, I have a phrase for this. Let's let the multiverse worry about that. Because we could be very confused here.
Like, I don't know how it scores it, and I'm just
I
saying
don't
how
either.
I think I would.
Fair. I think we would score it the same, but for different reasons. I think that's what we gathered. Buzz going for another submission here.
Back to that figure 4.
I've got no idea why. Are we getting another do-si-do?
Nope.
Yes, but in the middle of the ring.
Throwing it down and picking it up
That's a do-si-do.
and throwing it down.
AJ Styles is trying to be a dancer, going up and down, but I don't think that's going to help him much.
Watkins dropped face first onto the underside of the table, then AJ back first onto that underside of the table. Those chair legs dealing some damage now.
Watkins going from the height of an AJ Styles to the floor. Like the Buzz Lightyear. DDT on the side of the table.
Yeah, onto the leg of that table. And
That is solid steel.
that's the bit that's actually metal.
AJ looking to take advantage of the table that Sean put up.
Looking to finally take the lead.
Buzz saying no.
AJ saying no, Sean saying no.
Everyone's saying nope.
Everyone's just jockeying for position, brawling it out.
HBK stuck in the middle of a toy boy sandwich.
Watkins takes out Buzz, takes out Sean with the Hurricane Rana. It's down to Watkins and Styles. The table has fallen in the process.
Yes, AJ kicked the legs to make sure that he didn't get put through it somehow. An interesting tactic.
Watkins having time to settle the table. Here comes Nightmare. It's going to be a 4-way tie.
Oh, that's if Nightmare can get it.
Another brawl breaking out.
Watkins and Nightmare trying to argue over who should get AJ. That could have been a very bad predicament. If only he took in a power bomb to put AJ through the table.
Slingshot dropkick from Buzz onto Nightmare. We have 6 minutes left in this match.
We edge ever closer. It looks like a Styles clash.
Yes.
With the leg hitting the metal of the table.
Running knee from Watkins.
AJ looks to be setting it up.
Trying to decide,
Unsure.
trying to decide which corner looks best.
Yeah, he's very aware of the cameras apparently.
Sends Buzz
But
into the
any
table.
corner,
AJ looking to
Looks
take the
like-
lead.
looking for the buckle bomb.
Another buckle bomb. That's AJ now with 2. Watkins and Lightyear with 1.
And we have just over 5 minutes left in the match.
Sean with the sweet tune music out the air.
You could definitely hear the bones crack on that one. Ouch. But yes, we're near the 5-minute mark. AJ's in the lead,
AJ
gaining
can get up.
momentum. It looks like he's doing a second Styles clash to Buzz.
Buzz might be out of this.
Buzz hasn't had the best of runs so far.
AJ with a setting the table. Nightmare says no.
Nightmare and Buzz have been put for the same amount of tables with 2 apiece.
That low-high set of super kicks. And the monkey flip.
Shawn Michaels is getting the table.
Lightyear looks like he's going for the table that's on the outside. Shawn deciding he doesn't like that table there.
He wants to rethink.
He wants to put it up properly. But Lightyear interrupting.
Lightyear's a fan of corner tables, apparently. Who knew?
Nightmare, is he going to throw it out of the ring again, or is he finally going to put up a table? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
He's thinking.
He's hitting Buzz Lightyear with it. That is progress.
That was an awkward landing for Shawn.
Puts one table down, picks up the other.
And now they go swinging. Nightmare putting the table up.
Yeah, down to 3 minutes.
AJ with 2 falls. Watkins with 1, and not Nightmare with 1.
Lightyear with 1. Lightyear might be able to get a second. No, Nightmare and Lightyear battling for position. Shawn now.
It's all precarious. Lightyear's gonna fall with style.
No, he's gonna hang Nightmare.
AJ chopping HBK. AJ might be looking for an extra bit of lead. Indeed he is.
Looking to cement the lead with another buckle bomb onto Lightyear.
Lightyear has been put through tables 3 times this contest.
With 2 minutes left, it's going to be hard for anyone to catch up with Styles. Styles just walking away from Watkins.
It does look like the contest is heavily in AJ's favor now. Time is going down, but no more falls so far.
This is what we were saying before about putting multiple people through a table or stacking a table. Like, if they stack a couple tables and put someone through them, Watkins and Lightyear could bring up to a tie.
The odds are highly unlikely, however. AJ kept up, going for a dropkick on Nightmare, who just brushes it off.
As 90 seconds remain.
Another do-si-do. Good luck.
Nightmare and the table. Forever at last.
It's the 3rd member of the faction. Nightmare, Lilith, table.
I wish there was a way I could make someone come up out with a table. That'd be great.
I wish there was a way to make a wrestling table.
55 minutes left. 55 seconds left. Excuse me.
Nightmare not quite getting Lightyear through the table with the flip.
It's the table. Nightmare just trying to get a point before the match ends.
AJ stopping Nightmare from getting the points.
Table collapsed but isn't broken. 30 seconds remain. Does not look like anyone is going to come close to Styles now.
It's definitely going to be Styles' night.
Styles just clearing house, making sure no one can nip up by Shawn, but a little too late.
Shawn with a net breaker as we get into the last few seconds of the contest.
And that is it. Styles winning your Iron Tables match by a clear lead of 2.
There's something to be said of Aaron's instinct. And definitely AJ showed that off tonight. Veteran of many stipulations, and
also
despite his being
the seeming power of being blocky, is we do know Block Cena is in that triple threat for the mid-card title.
You gotta think Block AJ's also eyeing it up. Former rival of his, in the contendership.
It's time to find out what our next match type is.
I'm excited.
Wheel spins, wheel spins. Another elimination match. Let's see what we get in terms of people involved. Well, we're not in a tag elimination setting this time, and I believe we are also in the men's division for this elimination match.
Though we are hearing Asuka's music.
But it is Master Roshi.
The pioneer of the Kamehameha, having his return.
The master of the turtle style.
The man on the island.
He owns an island, he's friends with a turtle.
And he's definitely a character. Best description I can give for Roshi. He's also very enthusiastic about his hobbies.
Yes.
Best description I got for you.
Yes. I was thinking of a different word, but sure, we'll go with it.
Yes, I knew you were thinking of a different word. Yes, Roshi may look old, but do not write him out. Never write out a Roche. That's what I've learned.
It seems we can't get through a show without somehow involving the New Day.
At least one part of it. So far, anyhow. Because it's which member. And it's the member that's no longer a member.
It's the man with a large E.
Who needs 5.
And I believe tagged with Roshi in the Chaotic Tag Tournament.
Indeed they did. So there is history between Big E and Roche.
Now I would say they worked fairly well in the tournament, as much as they didn't progress.
Well, you know, both like to party. Both kind of joyous characters.
I feel like that word's coming back again, but I'm not going to say it.
We're going to skip that word.
So it's a big H.
Yes, we're going to ignore that big H. He was not Helmsley. Anyway, on to the most patriotic wrestler on the roster.
Another one of the people hoping to gain momentum going into the 8-man eliminator for the last spot in the triple threat for the mid-card title next time.
Say that when you're 5 times drunk. It's the Street Fighter himself, proud Air Force Marine, and police officer, Guile. You can't help but salute the proud American. Crowd notably not excited, however. Bizarro World of Canada apparently moving to Lafayette. It's time for the final entrant.
And my God, the champion is here.
The champion seems to be inspecting the rest of the roster. Returning this season.
Again, unfortunately not able to come out with his title. Due to the collapse of the universe, all of the titles have been lost, and we are working to forge replacements.
The thing is, Waluigi is more than the title. Waluigi has been overlooked for quite a long time, and being the champion, even in name alone, is enough for him.
Yes, Waluigi got stripped of the title between seasons, had a season off, and came back and won the damn thing in his first opportunity.
You gotta strike and make a message when you can.
You gotta think, as much as Guile is in that battle royale for the mid card, you gotta think if he has the ability to pin the champion, that's gonna give him not only momentum for the mid card but for the main title as well.
I mean, it will do for all these competitors. Beating the champ, even in a multi-man match, is always an accomplishment.
This match is under elimination rules, so unless Waluigi wins the thing, someone's gonna have to eliminate him.
The question is, who's the most likely candidate to do so? And that's the bit that's hard to say.
Guile and Roshi, Waluigi, and Big E.
It's intriguing that he chose a Big E, to be honest. Pretty much had his eyes set straight from the get-go.
Yes, Big E also had a very good showing in our last Who's Here match, our last times Who's Here match, fighting Stanley, the former production of Madness, which we haven't heard if they are going to start a new production in this universe. We do know their old production was destroyed in the Cataclysm,
which is an unfortunate thing, I guess I could say.
Well, Melody was pulling up some speed, and I was kind of looking forward to seeing E square off with Stanley in a singles match, but I don't think it's too much of a loss, and I think it gives the production a chance to ramp up its abilities for if it decides to continue to produce a new set of Madness.
Fingers crossed that they do. It would have been intriguing to see a Stanley Big E match, but Big E seems to have gained a lot by just being able to fight the champ right now.
Yes, currently being manhandled by the champ, but holding his own otherwise.
Roshi's trying to get a pin on Guile. Hitting Guile in the hair.
Trying to mess up that very well waxed haircut.
A staple of Guile's aesthetic.
Roshi faking the stomp goes for the tap to the side of the head instead.
Again, a very quick pinfall escape there by Guile.
Guile tanking a kick to the spine and tossing Roshi with a German.
Big E slamming Waluigi onto the apron.
A lot of mixed opinions from the crowd on this one, I think.
I mean, Guile... I think Guile is kind of alienating himself quite a little bit. I mean, yeah, he's a patriot, but no one likes one that's that compassionate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, if you force anything down anyone's face, they're gonna get tired of you.
Yeah, I think Guile thinks he's playing the good guy as well. I think it's kind of blissful ignorance. Yeah. Then again, he's skilled enough.
Big E with the multiple knees to the spine of Waluigi, but Waluigi just getting up and headbutting, spin kicking, and now dropping the leg on Big E's leg.
It's hard to say who exactly the crowd is looking forward to seeing win.
Yes. It's like, they like Big E, but I think they have more support for the champion.
I definitely think those are the two the crowd are backing the most.
But I think
crowd is cheering for Guile's elimination.
Yes, Guile first out, Roshi using that master status. Using his improved martial art.
I guess that answers the question of where the boos were coming from.
Didn't quite get all of that roundhouse, but took E down.
Waluigi's gonna try to get the pin. It's his elimination. Doesn't matter who gets it.
It's down to Roshi and the champion. You got to think if Roshi can win this.
It's an interesting matchup, that's for sure.
Roshi
And as you were saying that,
Roshi kicking out, but into a high stack Boston Crab.
Quite close, and that will hurt a little extra because that back isn't bending as well due to the turtle shell. You gotta think.
Yeah, high angle put pressure on the neck.
Quite a smart tactic from the champ.
Shell's not going to bend, so we'll shift the angle of it to the neck. Very good, very good tactics from a champion.
Looking to build up the momentum. Lariat after lariat.
Super kick. Stomp to the knee, working over the knee. Old man's probably not got much strength in his knees.
I mean, I've seen
using that knee to drive the champion's nose into.
I mean, not having a lot of muscle there will probably be more hurting. I mean, it's majoritively bone there, you know?
Yeah, single leg crab applied.
Roshi's the
out.
Crowd excited.
Yeah, sounds like the crowd's behind Roshi.
I mean, everyone loves an underdog. It's a very popular phrase, and I believe this match has proven it. They might just turn on Waluigi for pinning Big E. Roshi take as much control as he can. Super kick by Waluigi.
Waluigi's looking for something. Looking for the spinning wah. The spinning wah. Oh, that might be it.
Well, is it over? We'll see.
Yeah.
And Roshi will be saying au revoir to him.
Champion putting on a good show, but I think both Big E and Roshi showing that they can stand up against the champion. They might be putting themselves in the talking point for the title.
Yeah, Big E put on a very good performance against Waluigi. Earlier slamming him on the apron, wearing him down. Just was not enough. And Waluigi with the powerbomb, as we said, turned to the crab.
You can see that crab high angle go for the neck instead of the back.
And eventually that was all the wrote. This one of the close pinfalls.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, your champion Waluigi, basking in the glory, so to speak.
Yes, doesn't have the title to wave around, but still will always celebrate his victories.
Currently undefeated. One of the only men in the company to be undefeated.
That's the only thing he has lost was in the Rumble, and that was him coming second.
Still pretty darn good.
Next matchup will be as the wheel spins. Ooh, a slightly different form of elimination match, the Eliminator.
Ladies and gentlemen, apparently it's just an elimination kind of night.
Eliminations and tables. So the Eliminator, different from elimination match, falls count anywhere in this. So the added the added aspect to it that isn't just like they can go anywhere in the building and it's still be legal.
And starting the match off, we have the former women's title competitor, Skybear.
Yes, looking to get momentum back going again after the defeat to current women's champion Terry Knox.
Indeed, Terry did throw around quite a lot. Skyler wasn't prepared for Nox, but I believe she could be prepared for this evening. She's going to have to be with 5 opponents.
Skyber hoping to be the last woman standing in this match. Which is ironic, because she lost a last woman standing match.
Well, moment of truth. And apparently we're getting the best woman from the WWE roster. I say through gritted teeth. As we are getting arguably the most muscular of that division.
Probably.
We're also getting the Secretary of Titans Worldwide, but, that's not exactly an endorsement. Dana Brooke, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know if the Dark Talk match means we have to bring back Titus Worldwide or not.
Technically, no. We don't have to. The multiverse gets to choose that. We are powerless in that decision. To be fair, it's still an impressive cartwheel.
Yeah, no hands.
Yeah, that I have to still give credit for. That's athletically impressive.
Although that's not a good Dana Brooke.
That's a default Dana Brooke.
Why is her hair silver?
I mean, you say this, but Lana.
Yeah.
Lana's haircut is literally wrong, and her outfit is literally wrong.
That's more out of date than wrong.
No, she's never worn either of those in wrestling. Either way, we're also getting another new debut.
Yeah, it's another one of the sort of very new blood in Rose.
I did hear news of her time at Developmental, but didn't realize she was coming to the show this evening.
Well, this is the nature of doing a completely random show, is anyone can show up, and yes, even some of the rookies we saw a relative rookie in Roxy earlier, and even more of a rookie now in Rose.
Well, that's just how the women's division is. Here, you gotta always have people at the back, people learning, people training. And tonight could be Rose's night.
Yes, you never know when a show like this, everything's random, we don't know what's gonna happen. Don't know who's gonna come out. Like, this is your opportunity, this is the moment to seize.
Yeah, and not only that, but she doesn't have to technically pin or submit everyone else. She just has to be there for the final one. So if she plays it right, she could theoretically do it. It'll definitely be interesting to see if she can capitalize. Only time will tell when we get into the contest.
And as we see who else she has to face.
Apparently it's the veteran women's division night. We had Trish earlier, and now we're getting Jacqueline, who famously pinned women's champion Harvey Whippleman. That's probably not her best moment, but still, you can't knock Jacqueline.
I don't know much about her, so I'll take your word for her.
Very well. It was the 2000s. Also used to manage Bobby Roode, ironically.
We have our Women's Rumble winner looking to go forward into that 6-woman tag match. Get some momentum.
It's kind of, it's kind of ironic. We have the future women's contender in the title match in Eliza, but we also have the former in Sky Bear.
Yes.
Imagine Sky Bear beats, not even wins the match, but just beats Lisa.
It could. I mean, any of them pinning the Rumble winner could give them some like a significant boost in momentum.
True, but only one is title contender or previous title one.
And does not matter if they do, Eliza will still have that title shot and will have that 6-woman tag match to decide who gets to pick the stipulation for that title match.
And we move on to one of the more... I don't know what the right term is for Amanda Cox, do you?
I would say overlooked. At least that's what she thinks.
Yeah, that's the word she would choose. To be fair, there is a point to be raised about it. She is a very talented individual.
Yes, but has done nothing yet to make herself stand out. And I think it's hard to say if she's just grasping at straws saying she's overlooked or if she has a legitimate claim to make.
I mean, it's a bit of both. Let's be real, as the match is beginning. See Jacqueline going after Amanda, Lisa going after Brooke, and Rose seemingly taking the advantage, at least temporarily, on the former champion, former challenger Sky Bear.
Yes. If the temporary time where Sky Bear and Nox were tied, it could be argued that she was in a way champion.
Indeed. Of note, just gonna put it out there, Marky Mark was unable to get to do the pin that Dana was having on Amanda Cox earlier.
Yes, we know what Marky Mark's like in multi-women's matches.
But the other thing is, this is falls count anywhere. These falls can happen anywhere.
Yes, this is the main difference between this and all the other elimination matches so far.
You do kind of have to, think about where the ref is in relation to you. It's all about positioning. Amanda's trying to clothesline. Jacqueline missed the opportunity.
Amanda showing some level of brutality. Did a lot of kicks to Dana's leg and now going after Jacqueline.
Well, Dana's got very strong legs, to be fair. I mean, you have to beat her again. Cartwheel without hands.
Yeah.
So that's a very lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Clothesline from Amanda sent Eliza over the top.
Oh, Amanda's planning on top ropes.
But
That's gonna
dodging out of the way.
That's gonna hurt the knees. Jacqueline's taking time to recover. Dana looks like she's trying to go towards the stage.
Russian leg sweep onto Amanda. Meanwhile, Sky Bear with powerbomb onto Rose and then swinging her into the LED board. Welcome to the big leagues, Rocky, I guess.
Yeah, you can say this initiation for Rose. Pinfall attempt by Sky Bear.
After the exploded suplex. Rose kicking out. Neck crank in the ring. Jacqueline got Eliza up. Sky Bear with Rose up. Rose countering into a DDT, though.
Returning the favor, so to speak. Discus forearm.
In the ring. Clothesline counted into kick to the midsection and then another clothesline ducked. Marky Mark is down.
Marky Mark got clipped again.
It's his one per show.
If you have a bingo sheet of our show, you just marked the middle square.
You just marked Marky Mark going down.
Yeah. That's the only square we can guarantee ever.
Monkey flip onto Dana Brooke. Fireman's carry onto Jacqueline.
What is Rose planning?
DDT onto the second hardest part of the ring.
And Marky Mark going to slide.
And
Sky Bear eliminated.
Sky Bear eliminated by Rose.
Rose surviving the That's a way to go.
Surviving that powerbomb onto the apron and turning it into an elimination.
Welcome to Initiation, Rose. That's actually surprised the crowd, I think.
Yeah, that's a great showing from the rookie. Into a handspring splash. Jacqueline into the cover.
Everyone's going to stand and watch. Respect for Jacqueline from all the other competitors.
And again, it's just the overlooked nature of Amanda Cox. Everyone just assumed that was going to be it.
I'm still surprised Rose got the win over Sky Bet there.
Yeah, that is some big momentum for the rookie.
How to catapult yourself into the main event, or at least close to it.
X Factor on Jacqueline.
I don't know if Sky Bet's going to address that with. I don't know if the term's admiration, or she's going to be quite annoyed she lost to a rookie.
Have to wait and see. Again, we were discussing the possibility of a women's tag titles.
Either way, Rose is something to note. These are taking a small breath. Cox on the outside.
We know the self-proclaimed ace likes to take as many advantages as she can, and if no one's going to try and fight her, she's going to take the rest.
To be fair, she's got all the rights to do so. This is no DQ. At least to my knowledge.
And, with all the talent Eliza has, she just chooses to take the shortcuts.
Well, the shortcut just got cut short.
Yeah, Amanda Cox might actually try to make a statement by pinning the Rumble winner.
I mean, she kind of just did, didn't she?
Yeah,
she just pinned in one contender.
That's a couple statements made in this match.
That's a way to get your name recognized. Cox finally being able to stamp out some message.
No.
Now she can survive the match.
Battling out Dana. Dana clubbing to the back. Russian red sweep. The most boring move in all the professional wrestling, if you ask me.
Dana's going after Jacqueline. Two very strong females.
Oh, just running like the top of the spine into that top turnbuckle.
Right where the neck connects as well.
That is not comfortable.
Dana missing the kick to the stomach. Jacqueline taking advantage.
Sweeps a Rose. Take out the legs.
Somewhere, Harvey Whippleman is having PTSD flashbacks.
Lock up.
Seeing to move.
Spear.
That's the one thing about Jacqueline. She is a very strong and strength-based contestant. She's very much a suplex kind of girl.
Release German onto the Rose. Another one of those paying your dues, rookie.
Oof. Looks was trying to return the favor to Dana, but seemed to have collapsed.
Cox up to the top. For a double stomp onto Rose.
With a cover.
And that's two eliminations for Cox.
Cox really wanting to sign and deliver a message.
Yeah, really wants to get out of that shadow that she's been in for since the beginning of the season.
This is a case of unfortunateness. I don't think that's a word, but that's the best way to describe it.
They were looking for people for the Iron Tables match. She wasn't picked. They were looking for the people for, all the showcase matches, and she was never picked.
Then she lost the Rumble,
yeah,
I believe.
She came into the Rumble, got a bit of a showing, and then got thrown out.
Oh, looking like a very good submission here, locking both of the arms behind the back of Dana. Simultaneously choking.
Putting torque on the neck.
It's not a pretty submission. DDT to Jacqueline.
Now the fate's finally alive to give Amanda Cox a chance, and she is taking it.
Cox had to be careful there in case Rose was to pull her off the apron.
That's Rose out of the match, but you could have seen it do something. Double stomp again.
Dana tried to intervene, pinfall on Jacqueline. And Cox has eliminated half the competition.
Yeah, 2 with that double stomp. And again, in almost to a sentiment of her being overlooked, that might be her finishing move. I don't know.
I mean, it might just become it. It's been very efficient. Then again, a double foot stomp hurts quite a lot. You're pressing a lot of pressure from a high place right into those ribs.
Combination of the force and the winding effect of it.
It's efficient.
Yeah, just driving all the wind out of your opponent.
It's a good choice. It's a veteran's instinct.
Dropping a couple, 3 elbows, but the last one, Dana out of the way.
Cox with a flurry into a clothesline.
Down.
As I was saying, Cox has veteran instinct beyond her years. Here's a pin. Only a 2 on Dana.
If Cox wins this, not only does she make the statement of winning, she takes out all but one of the members of this match.
Yeah, she would have pinned everyone but Sky Bear.
Yeah, again that double stomp.
Actually, no. Yeah, no, because she eliminated Lisa. Sorry, I've had a moment of thinking.
Yeah, she eliminated everyone but Sky Bear, who was eliminated by Rose.
I can see it being a very intriguing thing down the road. See what they rank.
Like this, even not winning, this is going to put her in high states. But winning, like,
I think Riddick will do a hell of a lot more. Must be said.
Like, statement made. I don't think she's going to be in the shadows anymore.
I mean, it'd be hard to believe it, but we do have quite the division. Dana with the pin. Only a 2 count. Dana kind of considered the underdog in a way. Now, people know what to expect from Dana, but what they expect isn't that much. Unfortunately, another quick pin by Dana.
Kick out from Cox.
That's saying these two were considered the ones least likely to win. Arguably, Sky Bear was considered the most likely.
Yeah, Sky Bear, then probably Eliza were up there.
And both of them eliminated first and second, respectively.
Like the randomness of the show, not only like is it a spectacle, not only is it a thing, but it gives opportunity to people and gives showcases to people you wouldn't necessarily expect. I don't know how regular of a thing that this type of show is going to be, but I definitely want to do it again.
I mean, the multiverse could definitely make it happen.
Looks like into a crossface.
Just pulling the back. Yeah, and it has happened.
Yeah, Dana tapped Amanda Cox, eliminating 4 of the other competitors.
Eliminating 2/3 of the competition. With only the rookie Rose taking out the other member.
Interested to see how all of this develops in the women's division. So we had 2 big breakout moments.
It must be said, Cox grasped the opportunity tonight.
Yeah, fate dealt her a hand, and she took all the opportunities with it.
Definitely going to be something to look out for, especially the not ramifications, but the cause and effect, so to speak.
One final spin of the match wheel for the first card is subject to chaos. The final match type will be An Iron Man match. We had an Iron Tables match earlier. Now let's have a straight Iron Man match. Well, this final match, this Iron Man match, is a triple threat, and we start with Wolfpack Sting.
Yes, the shades of the former glory that was WCW. From one of the many sprinter groups at the NWO.
This is what happens when you make a group too big.
You eventually get Sting.
Without repeatedly breaking it and destroying it. Something Bullet Club.
Something, hey, it's Sting.
It's Sting!
It's Sting, what else can we say?
I can't do a Tony Schiavone impression.
We need Tony Schiavone.
Damn it, where's Tony when you need him?
Tony.
It's the one thing we need him for, is just, it's Sting.
Yeah, we're in New York, he wouldn't come. We're not in Georgia. It's the problem we got. Either way, I'd get another veteran coming in for Random Chaos Night.
The veteran might be confused by this next competitor.
I know I bloody am. Who the fuck is he?
This is Victor Victorious, or he's very vaporwave. I don't know if you can tell.
I get the vibe from the Rainbow Hood.
But yeah, the teal and pink color scheme.
It's an aesthetic.
It is aesthetic, yes.
It is a choice. He chose.
It's very flashy.
I think that's the wrong word. Garish.
He's also
perhaps
very oily.
I wish you didn't point that out. I was trying to ignore the fact he looks like he spilled the entire bottle of baby oil on himself.
But yeah, the man's vibing.
He's also a breakdancer. Who knew? And their opponent, I'm hoping it's Kurt Hawkins.
Nope, the Peanut has returned, looking to gain some momentum going forward into the Chaotic Tag Team Tournament with his partner Ashens.
It's still Kurt Hawkins in a nutshell.
That is the worst joke.
It's also accurate.
We had an entire match where I was fighting Vince McMahon, and that's the worst joke we got to this episode.
Good, I'm glad that I can hold that ground. I mean, to be fair, in terms of match quality, you and Vince was a joke, but in terms of actual joke, I think Mr. Peanut takes the crown. I mean, he's a walking mascot for a peanut.
He's a peanut selling peanuts. He is peak capitalism.
He's cannibalism.
No, again, no one said he eats the peanuts. He's just selling them.
I think that's even worse.
Yeah, it's peak capitalism. Nothing's worse than peak capitalism.
I'm not sure about that. Either way, we are in a 20-minute Iron Man match, and Victor Victorious deciding to just have a little bit of a cheer.
Just immediately showing off before, like, looking to crack the nut.
Okay, you can't just steal the crown of bad jokes. Come on.
I mean, I feel like having Mr. Peanut is just fodder for bad jokes.
I'm starting to get allergic from this. Either way, freaking Victor. I know that's not your nickname, Victor, but I mean, look at you.
Now,
winning over Sting.
Yeah, as I was going to say, Victor, very flashy, very pomp, very circumstance, but also very strong, very much still, you know, solid wrestler.
Getting clothesline at the face.
Just deciding to try and show off and eating a clothesline for it.
Yeah, against Sting.
Red Sting.
Yes. I don't think that's any bearing on the fact that he's still taunting Sting.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be Joker Sting.
We don't talk about Joker Sting.
I know, that's why I brought it up. That's literally, like, 90% of what I do is just bring up things we don't bring up.
Here we go. Victor with the blow to the legs.
Yes, hitting that chop block a few times, looking to weaken the legs of his opponents. Taking out the base, it's a legit strategy.
I mean, it is for a man covered in baby oil.
And wearing those sunglasses.
And those trousers.
I'm disappointed he didn't keep the hat on, honestly.
I'm concerned that you find that disappointing. Same with the Samoan drop.
I mean, Mr. Peanut kept the hat on.
Yeah, that's because it's part of his image. He's literally designed to wear a hat.
Death grip onto Mr. Peanut. And another chop block for Sting.
Sting's leg's gonna be hurting in the morning.
Stomp to the arm. Cover.
The Peanut not cracking the lead.
Sliding crossbody just wipes out Sting.
And it's once again down to Victor and the Peanut.
Sting stirs.
Sounds like a worse Princess and P, but
Victor looking for the clothesline.
it's kind of a funky chicken wing look to it.
Gotta have fun. Always have
Got a
fun.
question. Got a question why you got the glasses.
There's a blinded by the lights joke I want to make, but just
I don't think he's the caliber of superstar to deserve it.
can't think of how to pass it properly. Oh no. Oh no. He's thinking what he's
What's he
thinking.
doing? What's he doing?
He's thinking what I
Please
think he's
tell
thinking.
me. Please tell me this isn't it. Come on.
Yep. He's doing it.
This is a joke.
He's doing
This is a mockery of wrestling. Someone tell Jim Cornette.
No, please
It
don't.
made me crash.
No one tell about
Maybe.
No one tell Jim Cornette about us, please. We
No
will be
one tells
destroyed
Jim.
immediately.
Jim, I'm feeling the hatred of 1,000 Cornettes.
Somewhere off in the distance, a Jim Cornette weeps.
Somewhere
Diving
Jim Cornette.
clothesline. Like, Victor gets some hell of distance on his leaps.
Yeah, it's just a shame that he decides to do the goddamn worm.
He's all about having fun, which is a questionable
yeah.
strategy. So he drops the elbow.
It's a strategy. It's Sting a bit too preoccupied.
Almost like get Victor get the fall. Mr. Peanut able to kick out.
The bloody worm.
Yep. He has the worm.
See, he has a great build, I'll say that, but why the worm?
Likes to have a good time, I guess.
Okay, yes, a good time involves, meal out, drink good to. It does not revolve on the worm. By Mr. Peanut.
Peanut going for the cover off of the complete shot. Sting coming
Thank
in.
God you didn't say nut shot. Thank God you did not say nut shot.
Trying to bring wrestling back to wrestling.
Thank God. Never would side with Jim Cornette, but this is the time.
I will never side with Jim Cornette.
Are you telling me you're siding with Victor?
I mean, kinda.
Should I be concerned?
Probably not.
I was hoping you'd say kinda.
Of course you were,
Sting.
but
Sting a splash.
that is why I'm subverting your expectations. That's
The funny thing is, I was expecting you to go against it. The double tell. Marky Mark to count on Mr. Peanut.
still no falls. We are less than a quarter, or over a quarter through this match.
Well, of course, it's been no falls. We have a guy who's obsessed with doing the worm. The worm is not a pinfall.
Victor cheering to the crowd, getting himself hyped, and again,
Again.
let the
He
Peanut and
re-
Sting just bottle it out. Mr. Peanut now, DDT onto Victor.
Mr. Peanut looking to take advantage. Grappling an invisible peanut.
Another DDT. Just working over the face and head of Victor.
Only a 1 count.
Yeah, quite
Sting
possibly too
is
close
having
to the rope.
mobility. Sting having a mobility issue there. Fixing it. She's just gonna watch on.
Victor with the punches. Now, looking for the wobbly clothesline again.
It's a choice.
It's a vaporwave.
Oh god. I hate the fact that that's true. Oh, Scorpion. It looks like we're getting the reverse DDT finisher.
Yeah, it's the Scorpion Death Drop.
That's what I was looking for.
Still kicked out. That running knee Triple H does. I don't know if it has a name. And
No, it's just a running knee.
I don't know anyone other than Triple H that does it.
It's just a running knee drop, I believe.
It's just a really weird looking move, and I only know Triple H to do it. Headlock
Sting,
takedown.
Sting pushing Mr. Peanut into it as well.
Do you imagine? I mean, actually, yeah, I kind of could imagine Sting working with Victor. Honestly,
I thought you were going to say about Mr. Peanut. I was like, okay, that'd be a team.
Mr. Peanut's working with Ashens. We already know this.
Yeah, well, you know, you could always have a backup partner. Especially if Ashens thinks you're a bunch of tat.
Well, they just start their own factions, the Tat World Order.
Oh, God, no. 2 count on Mr. Peanuts.
X Factor.
Mr. Peanuts
Sting
not
kicks
going to
out.
break it.
Mr. Peanut's still trying to get up. Back elbow from Victor. Clothesline. And another. It's building up momentum.
The treble close.
3 clotheslines leaving. Leaving in the cover. He might... Ooh, putting him up onto the top. What's Victor thinking?
He's thinking punching him in the face.
Mr. Peanut managed to make his way back down and just tossing Victor out of the ring into the tornado onto Sting.
Sting is trying to capitalize on every opportunity.
Yeah, Sting going for a pin off a shoulder block.
He's very aware of the time, I think.
Yes, we're almost halfway down. Wait, Tombstone? Tombstone!
That's a tombstone.
Tombstone from Sting.
Yep.
That might be our first fall.
It is indeed on Victor. Sting in the lead 1-0.
Point Sting. Jawbreaker. Bulldog. Sting might be looking for a second.
Rapid fire.
Just try and get in the points where you can.
Mr. Peanut, what is he planning? Another pinfall.
Another
A
point.
one.
Victor's the only one without a point now.
Rapid fire. Points here.
X-Factor. Going for the jabs. Onto Sting. Picking him up.
Got a plan for Sting.
Tossing
throws
him
him
over the
off.
ropes.
Not going to capitalize on Mr. Peanut, apparently.
As you say that, he's changed his mind. Gone for Mr. Peanut, but the complete shot.
That might be all he needed.
Oh, not enough.
Peanut's planning.
Sting now looking to steal a pin. Not even barely a 1. Nah, Victor's not taking that kick. Clothesline.
Peanut doing a thing.
Yeah, misjudging the distance on that dropkick. Takes her up against the ropes. Peanut. Sits out. Sting looking to steal it, but Peanut was right there.
Peanut looking backbreaker on Sting.
Only a 1 count. Out of the way, the drop kick. To the midsection, kick to the midsection, and the drive-by kick.
Well, we said about capitalism. It could be taking the lead, and it is taking the lead.
Yes, the capitalist Peanut.
Looks like a powerbomb attempt.
Ride. Oh, jackknife almost, but popping up into a TRS.
So a forearm smash on Victor, trying to get a pin on Victor while Sting's setting himself. Only a 2 count.
Mr. Peanut looking to get another point ahead. It's 2-1 nothing so far.
Jumping elbow to the head.
Looking to tie it up.
Trying to crack the nut. Only a 2 count.
Another tombstone.
The move to put away Victor. Victor trying to capitalize on Sting's error.
Still not able to get any points. Sting just taking out both the men.
Well, Sting needs to take another fall to get into a tie. Peanuts needs to maintain the lead. Victor needs to be quick and get 2 rapid fire pins. Or submissions.
Yes. Just under 6.5 minutes left in this contest. So close, yet so distant. It's 1 point between each competitor, but those points can be very difficult to get at times, especially when you've got other people watching out for them.
Peanuts going after Victor.
Trying to extend his lead, jumping clothesline.
Going for a submission.
Very not a triangle.
Sting almost sensing that it wouldn't cause a submission.
Drop toe hold, clothesline.
God love when it freezes.
Sting taking out the Peanut. Now needs to capitalize. Victor though might be able to start catching up.
Well, he needs 3 rapid fire to take the lead.
2 to tie it, 3 to be in the lead. Stomp to the back. Stomp to the arm. Let's Sting up. Big STO. Looks for the pin. Sting kicks out. We're down to 5 minutes. X Factor. Goes for the cover. And
Victor gets a pin.
Victor's now tied with Sting. It's 2-1-1.
Yes, Peanuts is still in the lead. Peanuts getting a pity pin? It seemed like it.
Peanut getting overconfident.
As is the style of capitalism.
Tombstone, Tombstone. Tombstone onto the Peanut.
May not be his technique, but it is effective.
It's for the tie. It's 2-2-1.
Yes, Victor needs to really get himself into the game quickly. Scorpion's death drop. Sting could be taking the lead here.
Victor breaking it up.
You gotta think that would have been a pin if it wasn't Victor.
Sting might have been in the lead now if it wasn't for him, yeah. Victor just blocking Sting's attempt to go for the arm. Headbutt. Out of the corner. It's a headlock.
Mr. Peanut celebrating again.
Sting rolling at the outside. Victor with a backbreaker on Mr. Peanut. And just wrenching on the neck and face of Mr. Peanut, looking for a submission. Mr. Peanut powers out. What's Victor looking for now? Relaxed angles avoided.
Rolling into the forearm smash there.
Still 2-2-1 as we come down to the last ladder moments.
I have no idea what Sting did there. I'll be honest.
Sting did a board Randy Orton and tried to do the splits.
Pretty much.
Scorpion Death Drop.
Could be the time to take the tie for first place.
Take the lead.
We'll take the lead, sorry.
Yeah, gets it. Victor was too busy showboating again.
3-2-1.
Yes, 3-2-1. Looks for another roll, but Victor breaking it up though. Big swing just connects. Elbow. Chop.
Now Victor needs 3 pins in 2 minutes.
He wants to win. Well, knees to the knee. Side Russian leg sweep. Measure punch blocked. Second one isn't.
Pinfall. Sting trying to extend the lead to 4-2-1.
Yeah, and I think you got to think if he does, that's going to be hard to come back from.
Well, with 1 minute on the clock, it means he needs. At least Victor would need a pinfall every 15 seconds. But it might take 3 seconds to count. It's more like 12 seconds. Odds would not be in his favor.
Backbreaker onto Sting.
Victor's got to take momentum. Be quick about it.
Sting might be out for the rest of the match. He's got to hope there's no more pinfalls.
Headlock by Victor.
Might be wasting a bit of too much time here.
Wind into the last 30 seconds of the match.
Lay out DDT. Kick to the head from Mr. Peanut. Rolling forearm again. Back into
Going for the submission.
Yeah, that
the choke.
Modified triangle. Victor out with 8 seconds left. Sting just has to keep everyone busy.
Good choice of move, the electric chair drop.
Sting is your winner in the main event.
As I was saying, good choice with the electric chair drop. Forced Victor away from Mr. Peanut. Managed to buy enough time. And the first member of the NWO to debut has won his debut match.
Well, that has been. The card is subject to chaos. It has been brought on by unforeseen circumstances, but I feel like its return will not be. If/when it ever comes back. Hopefully, next time you see us, we will be back with your regularly scheduled storylines and plot and everything.
Indeed. As for me, hope you have a good start to 2020, as we are here at CCW.
Yeah.
And hope you have a great day.
Yes, let 2021 be a better one. I will see you all in the next one. Ta-ra.
Take care.